Hi everyone, today I'm reviewing the James Bond Archives, SPECTRE edition. As you may remember, I reviewed the James Bond Archives a few years ago when James Bond was celebrating its 50th anniversary. A book came out called the James Bond Archives, which was a mammoth book, very, very big. But with the release of SPECTRE, an updated version of this book, which is significantly smaller, has been released. And that's what's in front of me here today. So while this is a smaller version of the James Bond Archives that is expanded with content from SPECTRE, it's still a pretty hefty book. So let's open it up and take a look. As you may recall from my previous review of this book, the original version of this book, it's beautiful. I mean, the quality of the paper is excellent. It's filled with all sorts of interesting behind-the-scenes imagery and commentary from those who worked on the films. And it takes you film by film through the series. So you have all of the great films starring Sean Connery, George Lazenby, well, only one from him, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, and of course, the current Bond, Daniel Craig. So basically, this book is just filled with anything and everything you could ever possibly wonder about the films. There's commentary from directors, actors, stunt coordinators, set designers, those who did cinematography, it's a very comprehensive representation of this iconic franchise. So the previous book came out around the time of Skyfall. And the new book here includes SPECTRE, which I will show you in a moment. There we are. And if you haven't seen SPECTRE, you should do so. It's a highly entertaining entry into the franchise. Not quite as good as Skyfall or Casino Royale, which is my all-time favorite. However, it's better than Quantum of Solace, and there are many entertaining action scenes and bits of dialogue. And it nicely ties together all of the Daniel Craig films up to this point. One thing to point out is you probably shouldn't read this if you haven't seen any of these films, because it'll probably spoil certain elements for you. And that is it. So let's just go back for a moment and look and see how many pages this is. So it's well over 600 pages. 609 to be exact. And there you have it. As I said, it is quite thick, but it's beautifully produced. Cover's very soft, kind of a leathery material. I mean, it's basically the ultimate Bond coffee table book. So if you're a fan of James Bond, I highly recommend the updated edition of the James Bond Archives. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.